man, how you doing?
How you going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast. It's an absolute honor.
Yeah, no workers. Thanks for having me.
I noticed that you just announced the Spain show, and I was wondering if that was why you were doing Duolingo.
Nah. I've been to Spain like a bunch of times and I don't know. I think it's just a real special place and all the people are super nice and everyone there has like learnt English to try and converse
Yeah,
with me. I figured I could give a little bit back.
yeah,
Also,
I was
I feel
just
like
there.
it's
I was in Barcelona, I was in Madrid, and I was in Cadiz. Have you ever played Cadiz before?
No, I don't know where Cadiz is. Where is
It's
it?
like a small little like coastal town right at the bottom.
Oh, like near Sevilla?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to that's like Sevilla is like my favorite place.
Ooh.
Where? Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, you're
Oh
googling
yeah, I've
it?
never been there. That's cool.
Do you have like an atlas in front of you at all times? Like a big globe?
No, I've just got Google in the other
Okay.
screen.
That's awesome though. So how many times have you played Spain before?
Maybe like six
Okay.
or like
So
see.
you definitely should know some Spanish at this point, hey?
Yeah, yeah, I didn't. But the thing is, when touring, like I've never been just for a holiday. So when touring, it's like you're there one day and then you drive 8 hours and then you're in Germany the next day. Or, like
Yeah.
I'm never there long enough to like learn anything. So yeah, this whole I'm so washed out at the moment.
Yeah, it's like you put your computer through like the dishwasher or something.
Yeah, I'll see if I've
You have some Windex?
yeah, I got something. I need something. How's that going? Is that better?
Yeah, I think we've increased it by 2 megapixels. So we're good, yeah.
It's probably just I've got a shit computer and shit internet.
What are you running right now? What laptop?
Like an ancient MacBook Pro.
Is it what you use to record music sometimes?
No,
Yeah.
no. Well, it used to be what I used, but then I accidentally upgraded my operating system, and then I had to pay for all the recording programs.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. Like we've had people from Ableton on the show, and obviously I'm an Ableton fanboy. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
you as well.
I run Ableton, Logic, and a tape machine.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
For me, like I think I was using like a 2007 laptop for a long time, like
Oh
even
yeah, brother.
uni, and it was a nightmare. Exporting a master from that shit took 4 hours in the garage. It was
True. Yeah,
yeah,
pain
that
in
was
the butt.
But that's cool, man. In terms of Spain, because yeah, I do think it's cool that you're trying to learn the language. I obviously speak the language. I never get to really speak it here, you know. Even all the songs I write, they're in English most of the time.
True.
Um, Spanish,
Like, do you speak it with your family?
yeah, with my family I do. And with my old guitarist, we also speak it too because we're both from Argentina. We both came here when we were four. Yeah, but I mean, Spanish like punk. I only went to one Spanish punk bar, which I'm wondering if you've played. It was in Barcelona, and I think it was called Never Mind Bar. It has a skate park in it. It's like a really iconic, like classic punk bar.
Yeah, maybe. I think like one of my old bands might have played there.
Yeah,
What's it called? Sorry,
I think it's called Never Mind Bar. I'm
Never
pretty
mind.
sure. Yeah,
In Barca.
yeah. Um,
Um, yeah, I think Osmutens played there.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I was meaning to ask you about Osmutens,
Oh yeah.
because I mean, look, the World in Handcuffs record is
Yeah.
like I reckon top two for me of like
Top two.
Aussie records.
True. What's the other one?
Honestly, Miniskirts Casino.
Oh yeah, nice.
I think those two records are just like fucking perfect. I think, I mean, I didn't even realize till I re-listened the other day that it goes for 16 minutes. Like,
The Welding Handcuffs.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's
it's
just,
fucking
I don't
awesome.
know. I mean, honestly, that's like the attention span of what any of us have anyway. So,
And how did that record even start?
it started because like my boy Sean, who was in the band for the last, like for the majority of the band being around, because it originally started just me and Billy, who was the drummer, and like just as a recording thing, and then we got this guy Mark and Sean in the band. And Sean he's an oddball. He's a legend, but he's an oddball. He gets like obsessed with things. Like he's coming around today, and he's currently obsessed with tea. Like he's bringing around like an array of different teas for me to try.
It's like different
And
hyperfixations.
yeah, and one of the fixations like early on when I met him in 2010 or whenever it was just like police corruption, and he had this idea in 2010 that he wanted to write an entire like a concept album from the perspective of a corrupt police officer. And like I just thought it was so funny. And it's something that bands kind of did back in the day, but I haven't really heard of like a modern band kind of doing that. So yeah, we were kind of it was a real odd way. It was also like at the politically it was a very charged time as well, and it was like doing this album kind of making fun of like police violence while like there was a lot of police violence going on in
Yeah.
the world. Like I mean there always has been, always will be, but it was like it was very in the forefront of the media. And
2019, pre-COVID. Yeah.
well, fuck, when we recorded it in 2015.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so like
What?
yeah, we recorded it in 2015 and we were due to release it in 2016, but then like the George Floyd thing happened. We were just like, fuck, this is kind of, we felt like we were like making fun of it or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like we decided to like put it on the back burner for a little bit, and we recorded a different album instead. And,
Shit, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
the Strokes, when they were releasing Is This It, they omitted New York City cops because of 9/11.
Yeah, which like, arguably is their best song. So
Yeah, if you like punk rock, yeah, it is. It's probably there in the punkest they get, unless you look at like the Voids, But yeah, in the Strokes, for sure. I was gonna ask, I mean, there probably was, but was there any significant cop run-ins that may have inspired?
no, only kind of positive ones because they're
Oh,
like idiots and thought it was a pro cop album.
oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah. Like there was um some friends in Geelong, which is where that band was mainly based. We were playing a show there, and some friends like ran off to get like a sausage roll or something, and like we were playing in 5 minutes, and some cops came by and pulled them up, and they were like, oh, there's this band like that's playing down the road that like all of their songs are about how cool it is to be a cop, like come in and come and watch it. So we just had these like two cops watching us. It's just
What?
like I think it was just kind of like going over the top of their head a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's a wild record, and the commitment to the bit, because it's not your vocals, right, that are on the thing.
Yeah, no, that album is entirely
That's awesome.
written by Sean, and
I
like
love that you just let him run with it. You just let him have this.
oh man, it's like he's like the smartest, funniest guy you'll ever meet. So when he's got an idea, and you just got to run with it.
That's awesome. And
And
who
yeah, I don't know. I really like that album as well, but I think it divides a few people.
who did the art for that record?
This guy called Per Bystrom, who I used to play in a band with back in the day called Leather Towel,
Oh
and
yeah, of course.
he currently plays in a band called Voice Imitator.
Right.
They're from Melbourne. They're great. But yeah, he has an art style where he does like all little dots, like it's all
Like
like,
pointillism?
pardon.
Pointillism, when you like put lots of dots
I
together.
guess, yeah, I guess so. I don't know the name of it, but yeah, it's all done by a series of dots, and it kind of looks like photorealism or something, but like
Yeah.
it's him like just a pencil.
He just wants that cop on the cover. His head is just like bang, right on it.
I found like I remember we were having a brainstorming session at a restaurant, and we had like a bunch of like little napkins and pieces of paper, and we all kind of came up with different ideas. And the first the first idea, I found like a little drawing that we had the other day. Um, because I think we were originally talking about having like a whole bunch of different album covers for that album, and like because the record on the side A and side B is the same songs, but it's like one of them's the theatrical version, and one of them's like it's got all the skits and stuff,
Oh, right.
and then one of them's just like the straight record, and we were talking about having different album covers to like play into that, and I found all these sketches like a little while ago where it was like I don't know what they're called, but those like bouncy ball things
Yeah,
where,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where you sit on them and you
Yeah,
bounce
yeah.
down the road.
I cop on one of those.
Yeah, a cop on one of those, but it was like it was the world, it was kind of riding it. And there was
Yeah,
another
yeah.
one where there was a cop just like taking out the trash and the garbage bag, like you could see like certain countries kind of like dripping out of it.
That's cool.
But yeah, I think the cop pointing the pointing the Glock at the world is pretty.
Yeah, it raises so many questions. Like, how do you get there? What's the size of that cop in relation to the world? Um, but yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I've definitely never heard a record like that. I can't even think of any records like that back in the day. I know there's lots of anti-cop songs, especially in hip hop as
Yeah,
well. But
there's a record called Deep Inside the Mind of a Cop, which was definitely like an influence.
by who?
Oh, it's actually like a compilation, but it's in the same like uh wheelhouse as like Poison Idea and bands like that. I guess it was like MDC as well, Millions of Dead Cops.
Oh yeah, of
Um,
course. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd kind of never like both of those examples are pretty different from that record, I think.
Yeah, I've never even heard the version that you're talking about with the skits. I just know
Oh,
the
that
Spotify
version's
version.
way better. Check that out.
The Spotify one's not with the skits.
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so. But
Right.
at the end, he does go vroom vroom and ride off into the sunset, which I guess is technically it's that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's the cherry on top of that whole record. I think it's fantastic. So you're in all these different projects. Like I have a list here. There's probably more than just these ones, but like Alien Nosejob, Osmudians, Hierophants, Frantic Clouds, School Damage, Leather Towers. Are there more as well?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
None of them are really active.
Mm,
I mean, there's been I don't know, like when me and my friends were in high school, it would be a different band every week, and kind of the same when I'm in my
yeah.
30s.
So was there ever a time, because I was looking at when a lot of these releases came out, I feel like around 2018 or 2019 that a lot of them were overlapping. Was there a
Yeah,
point where you were
yeah.
just like flooded in albums?
Yeah, but I guess like a lot of those, like how I mentioned that the Cops album was recorded in 2015 or 2016. Well, maybe not recorded. I'm so bad with dates. I don't know, but
Yeah.
like a lot of them were recorded like years before and then released then, or like some of them were recorded on Monday and then released on Thursday.
Right. Are you the
Yeah.
kind of person that when you write a new song and you're like, oh fuck, this is a banger, like you want to get it out as soon as possible? Or are you more of a perfectionist that wants to?
Oh, I'm not a perfectionist at all. I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah. I'm a it's better than good. It's good enough. Like
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just get
I
it
do
out.
think there is a danger to sitting on something for too long. It can really lead to burnout as well.
Yeah, I just don't have the mind. Like I don't. I just don't care enough. Like it's I'm not precious about any of it. If there's like I'm not like, oh, does this bit make the song worse or anything? I'm just like, like whatever. Who gives a shit?
And have all the people that you've worked on throughout these different projects, have they all felt the same way as well?
No,
Okay.
no. And it's good to have push and pull. There's
Yeah.
definitely like some people that I've like made music with where it is very like perfectionist, and I think like my way kind of helps them and their way kind of helps me. Like there is like obviously it's like detrimental releasing you know uh more than an album a year kind of thing. Like it's people don't want to listen to it, which is
Yeah.
completely fine, and I get it. but like I don't care. If no one listens to it, it does not change why I do it.
No, for sure. And do the demographics of these different audiences, are they quite different, do you find, or do they overlap for all
Like,
the
well,
projects?
I guess I only really know about like whenever I do like a live show or something. So,
Yeah,
I mean, more often than not, it's just my buddies, like, or like, you know, I guess it depends where, or like people who kind of go out to every show from whatever town or city they
for
live.
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea.
And do you have any plans to return to any of these?
Um,
Like, for
I
example,
mean,
like
I'm not.
Leather Towel, like make Leather Towel 6?
I'm pretty sure Level Tower 6 exists.
Oh, well then Leather Towel 7.
Um, well, yeah, Leather Towel, one of the members lives in New Zealand, so if he ever comes back to Australia, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm none of them are really dead.
Yeah, that's
They just
cool.
kind of, at some point we'll maybe do something again. If we don't, then that's no biggie.
I had Ginklet on the show ages ago,
Oh,
probably
true.
like honestly, probably like nearly 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and we talked about the collaboration that you did, the commission piece, uh,
Yeah.
which is that like really fucked up head with the arm coming out of its head and all that shit. So what was the inspiration for that particular cover?
I just had never seen a ceramic. Like, I'm surely a ceramic has been like there's millions of covers that would have ceramics on it, but I'd never really seen. I couldn't think of a record that I owned that looked like that. And
Yeah.
I'd met Molly, who does Skinklet, very very briefly. Like, she came to a show that I was playing in Warrnambool, which is like 4 hours from
Oh,
Melbourne.
I was just there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, true. Um, yeah, lovely, quaint town. But yeah, I don't know. I had no idea that she did art stuff, and then I think I can't remember where I saw it, like just on like Facebook or whatever,
Mm.
social media was around at that point, and and yeah, I was just like, damn, those the ceramic pieces she makes are so sick. And so yeah, I asked her if she could make one of my face if it was like in the microwave for a little bit and had like a genetic mutation. And she did a pretty good job. She got my eyebrows like
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I didn't realize it was your fucking face.
yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because I mean, I've looked at some of like when I look at your album art covers, they do vary quite wildly. And I guess if you include some of the single releases like HC 45 and all those, you do have this duality where it's like representations of you in your face, and then these fucking crazy alien mutants, almost like
Yeah.
gore kind of things going on.
Yeah, I don't think I gave so Nick Nolan did the 7-inch cover for HC 45 and HC 45 too.
All
And
right.
I don't think I gave them any, like, I didn't tell them anything. I was just like, hey, I'm doing a 7-inch. Like, do you want to do art for it? I don't even think I told them what it sounded like or anything.
So like deep
So
down, you're probably not this like horror movie sci-fi guy, right? Like,
yeah, it seemed yeah. It just must be what they think of when thinking of me.
and have you painted any of your own covers?
The only one that I've done for Alien Nosejob is Suddenly Everything's Twice as Loud.
So the last album, right?
The no, that was like a 20. It was the same year as the one that Molly did,
Oh, right.
2020.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
True, with
last
the
one.
couches and all that stuff.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Um, yeah, no, the most recent one was done by um uh Melbourne via Brisbane girl Reve Ben Dixon. That's I also gave her the I also gave her the same instructions I gave to Molly, which was, can you paint me as if my head was in a microwave?
That's awesome. I know, yeah, because I even the other one with the not the with the tiles as well. I think that was made by
Yeah.
I can never remember his Instagram. I was
Um,
into him.
yeah, uh, Jim Jum, Jim Jum. It's hard
Jim
to
Jum,
say.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jim Jum, yeah,
he's
because I
also
know that.
Warrnambool.
Oh, true?
Yeah, I've been to Warrnambool like 3 times, and yeah, it's just
Yeah,
all
I think I've only
brothers.
been there once, but yeah, no, it's a cool place. I had a look before on your bio. I looked at your link tree, and it's one of the most interesting link trees I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You've got links to how to speak proper Australian, how to make lo-fi music. You got a
Mm.
fascination with small cars and big spiders. I guess what I'm wondering is, are we anti-link tree?
I just think it's kind of silly. I mean, hey, sure, it's you gotta give the people the information they need, but I think like I've just clicked on a couple of people's link trees before, and it's just got the most mundane, boring shit on it, and you're just like, oh god.
No, yeah, yours is really exciting.
Oh yeah, well, I'd never really thought about the world's smallest car until that day that I got Linktree.
I don't think anyone's ever thought or spoken about Linktree as much as we have in the last 2 minutes.
Probably not. Yeah.
No.
I mean, hey, all the best to the creators of Linktree. I hope they.
I'll try to get them on the show. It's just such a strange niche that everyone uses, but I don't think anyone really thinks about or talks about. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, prior to them, everyone like you wouldn't be able to do like, if you wanted to promote your show, it was like you had to wipe out everything else. Like, see
It
you later,
was just the
fan.
link.
See you
Yeah.
later, a YouTube link. Like, here's the link to the ticket to my show. But now, thank you to Linktree, you can
Look at big cars, small
yeah,
cars,
you
whatever.
can you can learn the proper dialects of how to speak Ochre Australian.
Yeah. Do you feel like proper Oka is fading? Do you think that we're losing that now in
Oh
20?
God, I feel like a lot of people are trying to really, really trying to bring it back.
Okay.
Um, I don't
Well,
know. It's
thank God for WikiHow then, also rated. Not Wikipedia, but it tells you how to do shit.
true.
Um, looking into your newest release, which comes out probably around the same time that this is going to come out, Forced Communal Existence.
Oh, yep, yep.
What made you want to release that compilation of singles now?
Um, nothing technically made me want to do it. It was just a guy, Simon Keeler, who runs Agitated Records in the Manchester kind of area. He hit me up being like, "Can I do a best of for your tour coming up?" And I was just like, "Oh no, that's a bit, you know, that's a bit. No, I don't want to do that." And then Billy from Antifade, who also plays in Nosejob now and was in Oz Mutants, he he was like, "Why don't we just do all the 7 inches? Because you can't get them anyway unless you find them secondhand. Like you can't get the 7 inches, so let's just make them available for the tour. If this tour wasn't booked in, we probably wouldn't have done this."
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think it's cool. I think it's a great way to make these songs accessible. I mean, some of them are
Yeah.
good
Well,
tracks
I guess
as well.
none of them were on like I guess yeah, people had put them on YouTube, but none of them were on like Spotify or Apple Music. So I don't know if people want to listen to them there, then I guess they can.
And what year was Family Dinner made? When did you write that song?
Um, 2016.
Oh shit, it's been 9 years.
Yeah.
Family dinners have changed a lot in that time.
True. Yeah. I I don't really know why I quite like having a family dinner. Like it's a pretty like it's a pretty negative song, but like
Yeah, it's a super
I,
negative track. But like,
yeah.
I was wondering if I don't know, somebody did something to your mashed potatoes sometime, or like why?
Nah, I think I was at a restaurant or something and just surrounded, but when you can hear people at other tables and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, shut up. It was just that. I was like at a cafe or something and just people were just giving me the shit. So
Are you very sensitive to sound?
I reckon I'm more sensitive to light, but
Mm.
yeah, actually, I think I'm just a little sensitive person. Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense that you would write a song that's like anti-family dinner, but you're not really anti-family dinner yourself, you know?
absolutely not. I love a family feed. It's great.
The one thing that really does come through on that track is the social media disconnect kind of side of things. Like you have the lyrics, tag the restaurant, tag the people that you've never even met. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, how do you feel about phones at shows?
Um. Oh, it's fine. As like phones when watching movies kind of give me the shits more.
Oh, yeah, that's such a no-no.
Yeah, just I don't know if I'm playing a show and then someone's like looking at their phone, like I don't care, like good on them.
Yeah, no, there's people who are very indifferent to it, and then there's people who are very there's that band that had that song, can't remember what the band is, but it's that Brooklyn-based punk band that's like hardcore, and they would like smack phones out, like they were notorious for just like like backhanding a phone into the abyss. And Jack White is like notorious for zip locking phones,
Yeah,
putting them in the bags, and you can't get them until the show's over.
yeah. I mean, look, yeah, I get it, but also like get over yourself. Like it's you know,
Yeah, I
like
feel like if people paid money to go to his show, like I reckon maybe in free shows it would work, but like, but yeah, for a paid show, I don't know.
yeah.
They're technically giving you free promotion, you know, if you care about that kind of stuff too.
I mean, we're living in a time where people like it exists. People want to be on their phones and do whatever they want. Like it's fine. Like I feel like it's really like me energy if you're trying to stop it.
Yeah, right.
Um, I mean, it is obviously different if like I don't know if you're at like a play or something and you're like talking on your phone or like your phone ringtone kind of keeps on going or something. But like for people like having a doom scroll when a guitar band's playing, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Don't
I
care.
guess it would make the guitar player want to play even harder, right? To get their attention.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think in a perfect world, it wouldn't phase the guitar player in the slightest.
Yeah. I was wondering as well, going back to the solo project of Alien Nosejob, do you find that the traditional band model is something that still works in 2025, or is it just, would you just recommend that people just do solo projects in a time like this?
No, definitely, no, bands for sure. Solo
Okay.
projects, like, I mean, it's fun because I spend a lot of time by myself, and like, rather than doom scrolling, I can, learn Spanish or I can write a song and try and make it rhyme or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that I think I spend so much time doing that just because like I'm a pretty antisocial person sometimes, but like yeah, being in a band and like like making something from scratch and just like sitting around and having some snacks and doing whatever. That's to me that's way more fun than like locking myself in a room and trying to like be clever or something.
Yeah, that's true actually. I've definitely struggled with the two of them. And I think, but yeah, like just being around friends and just, having snacks and just like creating something together or mostly together is really rewarding and
Yeah, and I think you
liberating.
come up like with other people's, especially people who are like, cut from um just not so much cut from the same cloth, like people who are just into the same, who have the same like uh uh you know what am I trying to say? People who like also like to make songs, who listen to a lot of different kinds of music and like
Yeah.
make their own art or whatever. You've just like two heads are better than one. Like you come up with ideas that you wouldn't come up with by yourself, especially if you like trust the other people artistically.
I think
And
that's the most important part, trust. Yeah.
yeah, just even if you like try and you can, if you, yeah, it's nice to like experiment with stuff as well, where you're just like someone who likes electronic music, someone who likes rock music, and you'll try and do something. If you can try and create something that doesn't sound like a thousand other bands that are currently playing, then like I think that's you're doing something right.
For
Um,
sure. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Um, I've read you say somewhere, and I really like the quote. I'm not sure if you like the quote, but you were saying that like if you experiment or like that you shift genres a lot, it can be music industry poison.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was a recent one as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I think
I
that's
totally get
true.
that as well. When you look at commercial artists, as well, like a lot of big touring bands don't shift and don't experiment too much. Do you feel that this is an Australian problem or a worldwide kind of epidemic in
Of
2025?
of changing genres.
Like someone who like
Or
wants
who,
to make
or who
lots of
does it?
different kinds of music under one umbrella and not.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. The only like super famous example that I can think of off the top of my head is David Bowie, who's done it successfully. And then but then on the opposite end, you've got the Ramones who from 75 to 96 made the same album over and over again, and it's the best.
Yeah,
So,
that is.
there's no right or wrong answer, but I think definitely when you release a hardcore 7-inch and a disco 12-inch maxi in the same couple of months, like you lose more fans than you gain.
Which is weird because I feel like now with, I guess, hyperpop and a lot of music, because everyone's just kind of everywhere, it is more accessible to be genreless, but I don't know if most labels have actually caught on to that, as well, in terms of how they promote acts too.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like for, some like I can only really speak from my own experience, and it's all very DIY and all like, it's kind of small bickies kind of thing in comparison to any of that.
Yeah.
Like every record that I've been a part of is all either done by me or one of my friends. And if it sells nothing, it's not an issue.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Ramones record?
My favorite Ramones record is the live record, It's Alive.
Okay, yeah. No,
Yeah.
fucking cool.
But I actually I even love CJ. Like I love all Ramones.
Yeah, yeah. For me, Rockaway Beach is like the peak for me. I'm a big
The
Rockaway Beach fan.
the song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Great.
mad track.
Yeah. Great.
I'm wondering, what do you do outside of music to sustain it? Like, what's your job during the day?
I work in a warehouse with Billy from Anti-Fade and Al from Exec and Alana from Alien Nosejob
Yeah,
and
right.
Jordan from Delivery and like just a whole bunch of music people.
No shit.
Yeah, it's like
That
a
is it
music.
sound much?
It's so much.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think I've seen you around like once or twice when I've been down there. It's a cool
Oh,
place.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. We just all work in the warehouse and make sure people get their Tame Impala shirts or whatever they're getting.
Is that what the people want right now?
Uh it changes a lot. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people want it.
Can you talk to me about the origins of Anti-Fade?
Yeah. So yeah, Anti-Fade, it's done by my boy Billy. It started in his bedroom when he still lived with his mum. And all the early releases still have a stamped address of his mum's old address
Cool.
on it. Um, uh, I mean, from like, I guess I was there when he made it, but it's 100% his thing, and he would be a lot better to talk to about it. But
Sure.
I guess just from speaking to him over the years, it kind of started because no one would release our friends' records, so we just did it ourselves.
Cool. And you guys are obviously, I imagine, working together running Jerkfest as well.
No, again, that's
That's it.
Billy. Yeah, it's all Billy.
Cool.
Yeah,
Did you
I'll
meet
like help where I can, obviously, but it's
had you met UV Race before?
um, I'd seen like met them before.
Before they played last year, I think it was, or this year?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I first saw UV Race in 2008.
Cool.
Um, yeah. Two of them used to play. Well, I guess they still do play in a band called Straight Jacket Nation.
Okay, yeah.
Um, and yeah, are you in Sydney at the moment or in Melbourne? Whereabouts are you?
Melbourne, yeah.
Melbourne, right? Yeah. So I grew up in New South Wales, and I used to go see Straight Jacket every time they came to New South Wales. So yeah, that was 2006.
Damn.
Was the first time I saw them, and that was where I met Dan and Al, who play in UV Race.
Cool, yeah. I think UV Race is like one of the big pioneers in that particular sound. It's a very
Yeah, they're the best.
particular.
They like they created a sound that I'm sure in their mind they were just trying to be like the Electric Eels or like like proto kind of 75 punk kind of
Yeah.
stuff, but they sound like no one else. Yeah, they I was obsessed with them for a long time. I still am. I haven't seen them for a long time outside of Jerkfest, but yeah, I feel like probably outside of the Living Eyes, which is Billy's old band, they're probably the band I've seen live the most out of any band.
Oh, really? Damn. Yeah, I've never been able to catch them. But yeah, I hope I do someday because like they have an almost mythical kind of quality to them. They really embody a particular style of life here and a sound and an atmosphere that I really
Hmm.
like. It's similar to and again, Jerkfest also had Essendon Airport on, and we had David Chesworth on the show like 3 weeks ago here. But again, it's amazing. Like you're getting all these greats that I think a lot of people who aren't, I guess there's a lot of people who just don't know where a lot of these sounds originated from too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know, it's cool that Billy has brought Jerkfest into something like, like he's always said that it reached a point maybe like 7 years ago or something where like rather than him begging bands to play, it was kind of the opposite, bands asking like if they can get a spot on it,
Yeah.
which to I mean to as a as a big fan of all Australian punk, post punk, blah blah blah. Like when he told me he was getting Essendon Airport, I was like, holy shit, that's like so crazy. Like something that when I was 20 and first heard them on like a Can't Stop It compilation or whatever,
Hmm.
I never thought I would have been seeing any incarnation of them live. So that's cool.
They're also like a really important band, like culturally, because the Clifton Hill Music Center, as I'm sure you know, was like a place for all sorts of Aussie avant-garde musicians to just meet up and make all sorts of crazy shit.
Mm,
I don't think we have anything like that anymore. I was chatting to him about it the other day. I think the closest thing we have is like Make It Up Club, which I've never been to, but yeah, it'd be
yeah.
good to see those kinds of communities spring up again at some point. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's still it's like recently I was telling someone that, you know, well, I was asking someone if house parties still happen because so many of our old gigs used to just be at house parties. And I
yeah,
don't know anyone that lives, I know very few people that still live in like houses that, in a city at least,
yeah.
houses that would even be able to like hold a house party and band. Like, most of my friends now live in like a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, myself
Yeah,
included. And
they've demolished a lot of the old places, even the skate parks, like the Tannery, and like places
mm,
that you could do house party-esque gigs. And I think a lot of the parties that I've played and I've been to, they kind of died down in 2019, like pre-COVID.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I put it down to me like being like getting old and just not knowing
How old are you?
35 or 6,
Yeah,
36.
I'm 29, so not too far behind, but even at 29 and my bandmate's like 25, 24. Like I
Yeah.
think there really is that many. People don't want their houses trashed anymore. I think it's a price
Yeah.
of living thing. Like people just can't afford to fucking clean up, that
Yeah,
level of
it's
stuff.
pretty sad. Like it was definitely like the funnest gigs that I ever played were at house parties. Like,
For sure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Um,
Um,
so, hopefully the younger generation, like I'm sure, yeah, I'm positive that it still happens. I'm just not invited to it.
Yeah, maybe me too as well. But I mean, I don't know. Like, even the types of gigs that were happening in 2019, like we just lost the Gasso and we saved the Tote. But
Mm.
venues that weren't really venues that were being used to play, like I remember playing Eddie Gardens. Did you ever play Eddie Gardens, like the little bowl club area? It's like a little hall in Eddie Gardens. Like you used to be able to book that for shows.
Is Eddie Garden, wait, is it Eddie or Carlton Gardens? Is Eddie Gardens next door to the Bowls Club?
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, I'd never even heard it. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm out of the loop. People are
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
was
isn't he
it was a
seven?
different kind of gigs. Like I don't know if you remember the band Garlic Nun. If you ever came across the guy who dressed up
I
like a nun
I
and
definitely remember them scribbled in every toilet of every
yeah, yeah,
band.
that was the debut of that was him swinging upside down, shoving stuff up his butt, That was the first time they
Classic.
played. Classic move. I think only two other musicians have ever done that, Jay Reatard and Mac DeMarco, actually.
Swung upside down while inserting.
Yeah, and shoved like a drumstick up their butt or something like that.
True. I think all of the jabbers and murder junkies might have something to say about that.
Honestly, yeah, I'll have to reach out to them one by one. Um, I saw what was really cool is seeing Guitar Wolf on that lineup because I've been a big fan of them for ages. I've
Mm.
met them when I was in Japan. And I met the guy's daughter as well, and they're all really cool and they all have bands. Did you know much about Guitar Wolf before they played?
Yeah, I discovered Guitar Wolf in a really weird way. I was in high school and I was watching SBS. Like I don't know if you're in where I feel like I was the last generation to really like, pre-internet, like have to watch SBS late at night to like see
No,
some
I used to. I used
movies
to.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
And SBS was showing Wild Zero, which is the Guitar Wolf
The
movie.
zombie apocalypse movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was maybe like 16 or something. And I was just like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. And I loved the music in it. And, I was like trying to find anything I could, like going to the library to see if I could find anything on Guitar Wolf and like having no luck. And then in Drum Media, which was like the Sydney like street press at the time, I saw like a poster for Guitar Wolf playing in Sydney, and it was on my 18th birthday, and I
Wow.
had I had like no friends who were interested in that kind of stuff at the time. I had like high school friends who are into music, but like none that I could convince to come to go see Guitar Wolf. So on my actual 18th birthday, I just went and saw Guitar Wolf, and it was so sick.
They're
But
amazing. There's not many
yeah.
bands that, because they aren't exactly a Ramones tribute band, but they are so steeped, in Ramones lore and what it
Mm.
means to rock, that there's not many bands like that like succeed because it's not a cover band in any way, shape, or form, but it feels like as close as you might get to seeing the Ramones, how they lived in Japan.
Yeah, I think yeah, there's a lot of Japanese, man. I feel like it's in their culture, like musically, to just if you're into something, you're like you do it full pelt, you know?
For
Like
sure,
you
yeah.
don't, yeah, you don't half-ass it. It's like if you're into rock, like if you're into punk stuff, like you gotta have a leather jacket, you gotta like dress the part. You got to like, you listen to nothing after like a certain year, and
Yeah, it's like that in Spain as well, I found with the Spanish punks. I don't know if you found that too. It's the leather jackets, it's the pins, it's the badges, it's the fucking mohawks and shit. Like it's very aesthetic based, as well.
yeah, I definitely have encountered that in Europe. Yeah.
Have you found that people like don't assume that you're a punk? Like if you go over there and you have to you have to show them?
I mean, I love to I would hate for people to just assume that I'm a punk. I don't know. I listen to punk music, but I try and be polite and like try not to like be an asshole.
Yes,
I
it's
think
very
is like
post-punk, yeah.
is quite often attributes that aren't associated with punk.
That is true, actually. Being niceness is underrated. Yeah, being nice is underrated.
It's not hard. Yeah.
No, no, it's quite easy. When you moved to Geelong, was that in 2010?
Yeah, thereabouts 29, either 2009 or 2010.
And you moved from whereabouts? Which coast?
The central coast of New South Wales, which is like an hour and a half north of Sydney. It's kind of
Okay,
like the Geelong of there, it's kind of near Newcastle.
right. So you went from Geelong to Geelong?
Yeah, pretty much.
No
Yeah.
shit. But you obviously found that like the scene here was more rich or enthralling for you?
Like just in Victoria, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, there was like in Sydney, my friends who are like into similar music to me were all like 10, 15 years older than me.
Oh wow.
And then when I came down here, I was the old one. Like I like met some mates in Geelong and I was like 19, 20 at the time, but they were like, 16, 17, 18,
Yeah.
which is just kind of crazy to me because all my friends who are younger than me back home, like in New South Wales, were like, like good mates, but like not not in a similar like artistic way kind of thing. Like wouldn't really
Sure.
do music with them.
And
Uh,
what actually made you move then? Was it for a better scene or a scene that was more like what you wanted or?
um, I don't know. Everyone just seemed kind of like nicer down here, and like I'd go to
Yeah.
the pub and then like walk out with like knowing a bunch more people, and I don't know. It just yeah, it wasn't 100% music based decision. It definitely had like a big part to do with it though. And yeah, I don't know. It just everything everywhere was easier to get to at the time. Going from Geelong to Melbourne, like you could very, very easily do that train without getting a ticket. And
Oh
like
yeah.
so it'd be like an hour on the train to get to Melbourne, and then it was free, and I didn't have a job, and it was $70 a month rent. And so like, just had all of these like perks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Things have
Um,
definitely changed since then.
yeah, it's changed a
A
bit.
bit, yeah. That's cool. I wanted to also ask you, so do you have a degree in anything?
No,
And
I'm I'm
you've never wanted
I'm
to.
uneducated as.
True. Okay. And
I've
like,
got like I've done two music courses, but I've dropped out before getting the certificate, so I didn't have to pay for them.
oh, really? So you got the knowledge and then you fucked off.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What courses were they? From where?
They were both the same course. That was just so Centrelink would get off my back. It was like a music production and business course in New South Wales, and then like a music production and business course in Geelong.
And do you find that they helped you with anything?
No. It like no, because what interested me wasn't what interested the teacher, you know? Like the music that I was listening to didn't like you didn't need any of that. I guess what it did tell me, it taught me certain things. Like it taught me how to use Ableton and Logic and Pro Tools.
Hmm.
Um, but like it taught me how to use the fundamentals of them, and it also taught me how to not do certain things. Like if you add certain effects or compression or whatever to certain instruments, it makes it sound like what I don't want it to sound like, you know? So, um, and, you know, it was, they were, the music business side of it would teach you all things like if you're over 25, you're not going to make it in music and all this kind of shit. Whereas,
Really, they were teaching you that shit.
well, I think, I don't know, to just like maybe to ground some people, because there are people who maybe, you know, wanted to like be famous or whatever. Um, just being like, hey guys, this probably isn't going to happen, but here's the tools to help you get to the next level, kind of thing.
Yeah, wow.
Um,
Crazy.
it just, yeah, I don't know. It's, I mean, I didn't have a bad time doing the courses. It was just, I knew it going into it that we didn't have much common ground, in like, you know, what, like outside of working at a merch company, like I don't align myself with the music industry in the slightest. Um, so I don't think that course either of those courses were really aligned to my ethos.
No, for sure. And if you weren't sort of because yeah, you work at the merch company, but also you put out so much music. If you weren't doing any of that, what would you do with your spare time? Like what career would you go for?
Um, I don't know. Hopefully, I just have a different hobby.
True.
Like, yeah, it's kind of weird when you like, well, maybe some people just don't want to tell you what their hobbies are, but there's some people that you meet who, you know, like at old jobs that I've had and being like, what did you get up to on the weekend, or what did you do last night or whatever? And just be like, you know, drank, or like, you know, just like do nothing. And you're like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, you know, just, I don't know. I think I'm, yeah, pretty lucky that I enjoy reading. I enjoy reading comic books. I enjoy, you know, making music and like having hobby and cooking and, you know, just whatever. It doesn't have to be creative. Like, yeah, just I maybe cooking actually. Maybe I'd get it. Maybe I'd be a cook.
Chef. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
That's cool. I do, yeah, I do always struggle with not turning my hobbies into a business. There is that air of desperation with needing money and but not wanting to sell out, quote unquote. So you're always like I always find that like you know, I've seen a lot of my friends like stop playing music altogether, you know, because they tried so hard to make a career out of it. And then when
yeah.
that didn't work, they've lost, you know. I know a guy who's never gonna pick up a guitar again. He wasn't in my band, but I remember him telling me, he's
Yeah.
like, I'm never, this is the last time I'm ever playing guitar.
I mean, I wasn't that far off that. I used to teach guitar when I was in high school and just out of high school, like the same time of doing this course and stuff. I teach guitar and just like that made me hate playing guitar. And it's why I
Yeah.
started playing other instruments.
Well, I nearly never went into music, period, because I was told I was like forced to play piano as a kid and I didn't like it. I was like playing Maroon 5 and all that shit and Coldplay and shit like that. And I thought that was all music was up
Mm,
until when I was 20 or 21 when I found otherwise. But yeah, it is easy to kind of assume that you don't like certain creative things because of your experience being taught them, you know, or being forced
yeah,
to do them as well.
yeah, for sure.
The last thing I want to ask you is you've obviously known Mikey Young for a while, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, I met him. Uh, I mean, very, very briefly in like 2006.
Yeah. And I was wondering what was it like meeting him the first time? Because he's also such a very, you know, prolific figure here. Like I think he mixes and he masters like every second band that I talk to. He's fucking mastered their record as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's like what he does for a cross. So,
Yeah.
and he, you know, is good at what he does and does it for such an affordable rate.
For sure. For sure. Given that he's like the guy from Eddie Current as well is insane, you know? That's also
Yeah,
such an important band.
I think the best thing about him is that like there is absolutely no uh like it's so obvious to anyone that's not in that realm that he's, like, oh, it's the guy from Eddie Current, Total Control, like Green Child, all these like great bands, but like
Yeah.
in he's just Mikey. He's just himself. Like there's no part of him where he's like trying to be someone else or trying to like gain exposure or do anything. Like he's kind of, like um I for all the years I've known him, he doesn't align to music industry stuff. Like he just kind of does what he does, and if no one listens, then no one listens. But usually people do because it's pretty good at what he does. Um, yeah, he's so down to earth, and you know, I think the only thing that um and annoys him is if people blow smoke up his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did want to get him on the potty, and he's just like he was really nice. The reply he sent, he sent like a long letter. He's like, listen, I appreciate it so much. He's like, I just wouldn't know what I would say and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, like, thank you for getting back to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just because he's shy.
Yeah,
That'd be the only reason. Yeah.
for sure. Oh, well, awesome, Jake. Thank you for spending the last hour with me.
Okay, yeah.
Before we wrap up, is there any words of wisdom you want to give our listeners?
Oh shit. I'm just scour back through the talk, and I'm sure that you'll find some little.
For sure. All right. Well, you had it here first. Thank you, Jake, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, cheers. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, man.